seats in Uttar Pradesh, which are in the focus today. All these seats, Amethi, Raebareli, of course, the top focus, but beyond that as well, we can see Ayodhya, the temple town of Ayodhya, where Ram Mandir, one of the big election planks, so to speak, of the BJP, of course, will resonate. And besides that, the urban seat, the capital city of Lucknow, where voting is currently underway, Rajnath Singh seeking re-election.
All right, so let's begin our continuous coverage of the Phase 5 of the Lok Sabha polls. And Tanima, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, the key focus, interesting battles in Uttar Pradesh from Raebareli, Amethi, Lucknow, Ayodhya, also Kaisarganj, let's not forget. A very interesting battle panning out there as well, with the BJP giving a ticket to Brij Bhushan's son this time. And these are all BJP strongholds. The BJP won most of the seats, in fact, all of the seats except Raebareli.
Right. And that is, of course, the big Gandhi bastion, where we will be focusing. Rahul Gandhi, the contestant from the candidate from Raebareli. But it is whether it's going to be a cakewalk or not, that, of course, remains to be seen. But as Vedant was mentioning, several key seats in Uttar Pradesh, which are in the focus today. All these seats, Amethi, Raebareli, of course, the top focus. But beyond that as well, we can see Ayodhya, the temple town of Ayodhya, where Ram Mandir, one of the big election planks, so to speak, of the BJP, of course, will resonate. And besides that, the urban seat, the capital city of Lucknow, where voting is currently underway, Rajnath Singh seeking re-election from there. And Kaisarganj also, that we can see, is in where we can see that there is a big candidate who has been fielded by the BJP as well. We'll go across to our reporters, but first, let's take a look at some political reactions from UP.
मैं आज सभी भारतीयों से, हिंदुस्तानियों से निवेदन करती हूँ कि आप शीघ्रातिशीघ्र अपने मतदान केंद्र पर जाकर इस उत्सव में सहभागी बने। भारत और भारत के भविष्य के प्रति ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, इसका निर्वहन करें।
मतदाताओं से ये जोर अपील करती हूँ कि वो भी अपना वोट डालने जरूर अपने अपने पोलिंग बूथ पर जाएं। सभी पार्टियों को ये कहना है कि उनको देश और जनहित के जो मुद्दे हैं उनको प्राथमिकता देनी चाहिए। चाहे बीजेपी है, कांग्रेस है, सभी पार्टियां दावा करती हैं कि हम सरकार बना रहे हैं, लेकिन जब रिजल्ट आएगा तब मालूम पड़ेगा कि सरकार कौन सी पार्टी बना रही है।
All right, so live visuals coming in also of Hema Malini casting her vote. This is possibly Mumbai. And of course, Hema Malini, was a candidate from Mathura as well, where she's seeking a re-election from Uttar Pradesh. An interesting battle in Mathura. Mathura has already voted in the past phase, but Hema Malini there casting her vote. Tanish Punjabi is also live with us. So Tanishq, interesting there that, Hema Malini casting a vote, though Mathura has already gone to polls. But where you are, Amethi, that is a big focus today in Uttar Pradesh. Smriti Irani cast a vote, exuding great confidence. But, what are voters saying? Because a lot of the voters that you've been speaking to them, the Gandhi surname still matters to an extent, despite the fact that you don't have any of the Gandhis in the fray.
Yes, of course. But first, Vedant, I would like to give you an update. As the day passes, the temperature, the voter turnout has, of course, decreased here, as we can see, because of the weather, as the temperature increased. But there were, of course, huge queues in the long queues in the morning. We saw this is where Smriti Irani casted her vote. But I have with me some of the local residents of Amethi. आपका नाम?
मैं नाम प्रेमा देवी।
प्रेमा देवी जी, क्या मुद्दे हैं इस बार आपके वोट करने से पहले? आपने क्या सोच के, महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, राम मंदिर, क्या मुद्दे रहे आपके?
अब भैया हम बोले, हम माइक में नहीं जान, बैठो ना, पढ़ी है ना लिखी है।
मुद्दा जिसका है, जो हमको कैंडिडेट अच्छा लगा उसी को वोट दिए हैं।
हाँ, नहीं, बट मुद्दे क्या रहे हैं आपके कि राम मंदिर
को कि शिक्षा बढ़िया मिले, दवा बढ़िया हो, रोजगार बढ़िया मिले, वही हमारे लिए मुद्दा है।
रोजगार, ये बेसिक मुद्दे आपके।
बेसिक।
आपको क्या कहना है?
बस यही चीज इनका यही चीज इनका भी है।
आप लोग इतने समय से अमेठी में रह रहे हैं ना, तो यहाँ पे गांधी परिवार का कितना गांधी सरनेम कितना मैटर करता है? इस बार तो गांधी सरनेम नहीं लड़ रहे हैं यहाँ पे।
अभी हमको नहीं पता है, रहते काफी दिन से, उनका भी था, इनका भी था, सबका
बहुत धन्यवाद. So of course you can see over here voters, for them of course basic issues also matter, like employment, like education. All these things are still matter to a lot of voters, be it anywhere. But yes, of course, I'm in Amethi. The number of people turning out to vote has of course decreased because of the rising temperature. Hope it will increase as the weather gets better during the day. Yes.
Right, Tanish there reporting from Amethi. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll of course keep coming back to you for more. And Amethi and Raebareli are of course the two key seats in Uttar Pradesh where we are focusing today. But the other big battleground which is in focus of the state which is in focus is Bengal, where the industrial belt of Bengal is actually voting. There's Hooghly, Barrackpore. Those are some of the areas, and even Bongaon, that seat is also important in Bengal because CAA, the Citizenship Amendment Act, is in focus in Bongaon in Bengal as well, because it's the Motua community which primarily resides in that seat. And the fact that the CAA first certificates of CAA were given just a few days back is something which is going to resonate in that area in this phase of elections in Bengal. But for the moment, let's take a look at a report sent by my colleague Saurabh from Hooghly. Is elections of the fifth phase of elections in Bengal, where there are 7 seats which are voting today. And as I mentioned that there are key hot seats of Hooghly, Bongaon and Barrackpore which are voting today. And in Hooghly, where my colleague Saurabh was, there's a star versus star election going on, because it's Loket Chatterjee, the incumbent MP of BJP, who's taking on a political debutant but a heavyweight nonetheless, a very popular TV host, Rachana Banerjee from Bengal. Let's take a look at Saurabh's report.
West Bengal votes in all phases of this general election in India, and we of course are seeing voting in several seats around Kolkata. This is of course not Kolkata. Phase 5 is seeing voting in seats like Barrackpore, Hooghly, Uluberia, Howrah, Srirampur and other seats like Arambagh as well. And these are seats that are also closely contested. Now we are in Hooghly at this point, where of course there is a strong contest, star power on display, and today of course the voters decide who wins. And there are other seats like Barrackpore where there are again strong contenders. Voting got off early this morning, and of course there are still lines at voting booths. People are turning up. West Bengal has had history of good voter turnout, and it stays that way, but unfortunately it's also had history of violence during elections, and that's why you see central security forces posted at every polling booth to ensure there is no law and order issue. Now, it was very bright and sunny in the morning, and many thought that it would be a very warm day, but if I can ask my camera person to show you now, of course, the weather has cooled down with the sun disappearing behind the clouds. It's very cloudy. There's some thunder also, but obviously one hopes that it rains very little or doesn't rain, but at least people will come out to vote, and that's the most important thing. You see long lines as of now, and the weather's become extremely nice, so please do come out and vote. That's the appeal that Election Commission has been making, and everyone who's associated with the polling process has been making. It's very important to vote. Long lines in Bengal as usual. Several seats going to polls today in and around Bengal. Lack of jobs, lack of employment, all of these issues are election issues. Several other election issues in a closely fought, bitterly contested election in West Bengal taking place in phase 5 as well. 2 more phases to go for the state of West Bengal, but areas around Kolkata are voting today, and it is a very, very important phase, with these seats also seeing a very bitterly fought contest in the state of West Bengal.
All right, so, a hotly contested battle there in West Bengal, as Tanima is pointing out. CAA, of course, is a crucial issue there. But let's take a look also at Maharashtra, which is another big focus on NDTV today. And in Maharashtra, it's mostly the urban constituencies, particularly Mumbai. All seats of Mumbai voting today. A lot of star power with the who's who of Bollywood and the corporate world all coming out to vote. And we can play some of those visuals as well of top Bollywood actors coming out and casting their votes. In fact, of course, a lot is at stake with a Sena versus Sena battle playing out in most of these seats, a direct fight between the two factions of the Shiv Sena. There you can see all top actors coming out and vote. So unlike other Mumbaikars, Bollywood has shown a lot of enthusiasm this morning, early risers there. A good message being sent out amid urban apathy. Radhika Ramaswamy, in fact, is joining us live now. So Radhika, is there, as the temperature rises, are the queues getting even shorter? And what are voters saying as far as the entire confusion over the symbols is concerned? Though I can now see at least some crowds there. The polling booths were largely empty this morning in Mumbai.
That's right. Some crowd here at this point. This is Pedder Road, which is close to Malabar Hill. Again, a South Bombay constituency, South Bombay polling booth. This is an important constituency, South Bombay, from where Arvind Sawant is contesting. Two-time incumbent MP from Uddhav Thackeray Sena is contesting against Shinde Sena's candidate. Now, of course, this is a Sena versus Sena battle in South Bombay, just like in many other constituencies within Bombay and within the Mumbai metropolitan region. Let me just show you around. Yes, the crowds have increased. There is, some sort of participation now that we are seeing. Now it is 11 o'clock, post 11. We are seeing, younger people really coming out and voting in large numbers. And of course, we did see in the mornings, of course, it was the elderly, the 60 above that were voting in huge numbers. But in this particular polling booth on Pedder Road, we are seeing some sort of participation, which is better than what we saw at 7 a.m. Now, as far as the entire confusion over symbols are concerned, when we did speak to a voter this morning, he did refer to how he had voted for one particular candidate. He won, however, his vote had gone to waste as a result of the change in political landscape. This is a sort of reaction that we are getting from many voters in the city. They feel that their mandate has been disrespected with all these back and forth and all the twists and turns that happened in the last couple of years, including the Sena split as well as the NCP split.
So sorry to interrupt there, but we have live visuals coming in from Amethi where Rahul Gandhi, the Congress contestant from Raebareli, of course, the Congress candidate from Raebareli, but of course, Gandhis have strong links with Amethi there. Rahul Gandhi reaching Amethi. He's just entering. You can see the convoy entering Amethi there, which is also voting today. This is, of course, a former seat of Rahul Gandhi. He is not contesting this time around after the loss in 2019. KL Sharma has been fielded by the Congress, but Rahul Gandhi, and we have seen several other members of the Gandhi family camping there in Amethi and Raebareli over the past few days and campaigning there for Congress, and Rahul Gandhi there at the airport and heading to Amethi. He is expected to reach there in a short while from now. Right, we will keep coming back to all the live pictures coming in from all the battleground states. But for the moment, Radhika was reporting from Mumbai. We'll go back to her, followed by other reporters also standing by. Radhika, yes, continue.
Yeah, wait, let's go to Vishal.
Right, we'll come back to Radhika in a bit. I believe I also have my colleague Abira there reporting from Juhu in Mumbai. And Juhu is, of course, one of the places, one of the areas in Mumbai where a lot of celebrities stay. So there's a lot of celebrities who we have in fact seen coming out and voting early this morning in Mumbai. Abira, are the lines getting longer by any chance in Mumbai right now? Right, we seem to have a tech issue with Abira there, but let's listen in to Aditya Thackeray, who's speaking right now.
उतरून मतदान करा, हा तुमचा अधिकार आहे आणि कर्तव्य देखील आहे. एक आहे काही काही ठिकाणी मतदान यादीचा येत असेल, पण आज पण आपण पाहतो इथे थोडं बाहेर सावली वगैरे थोडं तिथे निर्माण करायला पाहिजे होतं मंडपाने. हे निवडणूक आयोगाच्या हातात असतं. थोडंफार आम्ही त्याच्यावर त्यांच्याशी चर्चा करू, पुढे असं घडू नये. अनेक ठिकाणी अजूनही मोठ्या रांगा आहेत. मतदानाचा टक्का पूर्ण मतदान झाल्यानंतर बाहेर येतो आणि ते होईल.
The reactions, Aditya Thackeray of the UPT Sena there, he is of course one of the key voters there in the morning today in Mumbai. But let's also take a look at some other political reactions coming in from Maharashtra, including that of the Maharashtra Chief Minister.
Your appeal to the urban voters of Mumbai.
I'm delighted to see the response, and I'm very confident that we will see a record turnout in Mumbai. All Mumbaikars are going to come out in large numbers and decide the fate, the future and the glory of India.
Do you think the turnout will be more than the last time? Because looks like the splits have led to a lot of confusion.
I'm confident the turnout will be the highest, and everybody is super excited because this election is about the country's future and we all want to be a part of a glorious future for the nation.
ये लोकशाही का उत्सव है. ये अपना वोट देना हमारा अधिकार है. आपका एक वोट देश को बदल सकता है, देश को विकास की ओर ले जा सकता है. सभी लोगों ने वोट डालना चाहिए. मैं देख रहा हूँ, माहौल देख रहा हूँ, सभी लोग आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को फिर से प्रधानमंत्री बनने के लिए बहुत आतुर है और इसलिए बहुत जोर से वोटिंग हो रही है. कड़ी धूप में लोग खड़े हैं, सब लोग वोटिंग में आ रहे हैं. ये चित्र बहुत ही आशादायक है और बिल्कुल भारी वोटों से महायुति ये 5वें चरण की सभी सीटें जीतेगी.
Right, that is the Maharashtra Chief Minister there who was speaking, of course, appealing, urging voters to come out in numbers and vote in Mumbai. But the long weekend syndrome seems to be having the upper hand in Mumbai at the moment. But we will keep coming back to Mumbai for more on that. But we are also joined in the studio as well as on live connection with several analysts. There's Sudhir Suryavanshi, a senior journalist who is joining us on the show today. Aditi Fadnis, senior journalist, also on the show with us, and Hilal Ahmed, associate professor of CSDS, also joining us on the broadcast today. So coming first to Hilal Ahmed, sir, we've seen that in Uttar Pradesh, if we talk about Uttar Pradesh, you know, the Amethi, Rai Bareli, these are the two seats in the past, or if we believe at least till Rai Bareli, Gandhi bastions. But the fact that Gandhis have not fielded somebody from the clan in Amethi, do you think that is going to have some sort of an impact as far as Uttar Pradesh, largely for the Congress, is concerned? Because it is a bit demotivating for the grassroots workers as well.
I think if we place this question in the present phase of polling, that makes sense, because in last election in 2019, Rai Bareli was the only seat where Congress won. So therefore there is a symbolic act, and that's the reason why Rahul Gandhi is fielded from Rai Bareli, not Amethi. That's one. Second thing is that if you historically look at the association of family, I think that was that was significantly challenged by BJP in 2014 and 2019. So therefore the idea that it is a family sort of a seat somehow discredited by winning that by Smriti Irani in 2014 and 2019. So therefore, the idea is that Congress would like to keep one of these seats, at the same time want to send the message that it is family as well as an extended way in which democracy can be accommodated in the party. So this is actually some kind of a, I would say, a dual process, dual way of doing politics in electioneering.
Point actually, because if you listen to all the voters also that our correspondent Tanish spoke to, they said that the Gandhi name still matters, and I mean they've been campaigning there as well. So it's perhaps an extension of the clan in a lot of ways. But Aditi Fadnis come in on this. Whenever we talk about Uttar Pradesh, you know, inevitably it's the caste arithmetic that matters the most in Uttar Pradesh, and it trumps all other factors perhaps. This time with the BSP going it alone, you know, the SC vote is as many would say up for grabs. How do you see that playing out as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned? Because the BJP has also extended, also has reached out to the OBCs, to the non-Yadav OBCs, to the non-Yadav SC. So how do you see that playing out, the caste arithmetic in Uttar Pradesh?
Well, if we were to analyze the dominant themes in this election which has just gone past, I think one of the most important themes to which the ruling party as well as the opposition has been harping on is the issue of the changes in the constitution.
Yes.
The Prime Minister has made this point several times, the Home Minister has, etc. And this all came about after 2 or 3 important functionaries in the BJP, including a sitting candidate who's contesting, said that we need to have 400 plus in order to change the constitution and to make amendments in it, which we would not be able to do otherwise. In this context, I think the SC/ST and the Dalit population, which frankly in these days of privatization and in these days of outsourcing, does not really benefit that much from reservation.
Yes.
But still, as somebody who knows about this kind of politics told me, दलित आरक्षण की पूजा करता है लेकिन प्रसाद उसको कभी नहीं मिलता है, लेकिन फिर भी पूजा करता है. So that is a very emotive issue. Dalits have felt very empowered after BSP came to power and formed a government in 2007 in UP. But after that, they have tended to drift away from the BSP, and I think the most pronounced drift has been this election.
Okay.
I spoke to many Dalit families in UP. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them have also voted for the cycle in order that their vote should not be wasted.
And all of their politics is a different shade of the same color now, because with the BJP sort of also expanding its caste umbrella. But Hilal, you wanted to make a point?
Yeah, see, I think we have to also look at the idea of social engineering from the BJP's perspective, because BJP has been trying to reach out to non-Jatav Dalit in a significant way, and that has played a significant role in both assembly election and 2014 and 2019 Lok Sabha election. This time, that we cannot and we should not ignore that factor.
Right. I'm being told at the moment that we also have, we'll keep coming back to our analysts for more, but I'm being told at the moment we are also joined by Nazir from who's tracking the elections in Baramulla, which is one of the main constituencies this time around as well. Nazir, this is of course a battle of the big names in J&K. There's Omar Abdullah versus Sajjad Lone, but also Engineer Rashid throwing in a bit of a surprise there in Baramulla. So in terms of the voter turnout and the mood on ground, what do you have for us?
If any place defines changing situation in Kashmir, it is this. Palhalan in Baramulla. This used to be the stone pelting capital of Kashmir, one of the most vulnerable area as far as law and order situation in Kashmir is concerned.